What's up, everyone? So today I'm going to teach you how to install and use Claude Code in the terminal as part one of the beginner course. So let's get started. First, you're going to run this command right here. I already have Claude installed, so I'm not going to run it. You can also find this on Claude's website. It's just curl-fs, capital SL, claude.ai/install.sh, and then you do space, the line break command, and then bash. So you're going to run that, and that's going to probably prompt you for a few things, but that's going to install Claude. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a new project directory to work in. So for this one, we're going to call it mkdir course. And mkdir is the command to make a new folder on your file system. So you're going to run that, and then it's going to make the folder and boot you into it. So I'm going to do cd course, and you're going to see that now I'm in the course folder. So now I'm just going to run Claude. And when you install Claude, it's going to give you a tiny command that says run this to install it to your path. And that is just so when you type Claude, it boots in the Claude. So then anyways, you're going to boot up. It's going to look like this if you are using a subscription. And then you're going to run /login to login, which is just going to give you a URL to log in, kind of like how you would log into the website for Claude. So then the first thing that I'm going to show you is /model. /model is how you could differentiate between the models you use for Claude. Fable is for the real high effort stuff. Opus is for like kind of the in between of Sonnet and Fable. Opus is really strong. That's what I use for everything because it's honestly it's as good as Fable. So I would always use that Opus. And then Sonnet's good for like quick thinking tasks and quick tasks, and Haiku's good for like really one-off tasks like drafting an email. So you want to choose the right model because bigger models like Fable use more usage than models like Haiku. Then there's /effort. /effort is just a command that shows how much Claude thinks. So right now you'll see that it's on extra high. If you go to low, it's going to be on like a smaller command than thinking. So it's not going to think as much. And if you go to ultra code or extra high or max, that's going to think a lot, but it's also going to burn more tokens. So you want to adjust that on basically how much work you're doing. So this time we're just going to say, hi, Claude. I want you to create a HTML file about code and open it on the Mac browser. So you're going to notice that since I'm using Opus model high effort, it's going to take a few seconds to probably a few minutes to make this. And let's say you're using Fable with like max high thinking, that's going to take a long time. Well, if you're using Haiku with like low thinking, that's not going to take as long. The reason is because that affects the thinking effort, and the longer it thinks, the longer it takes to do your stuff. So that's how that works. So basically, everyone, this is the HTML file you made. And you'll notice it looks really good. It's branded in the Claude Code branding with orange and white and black. There's smooth animations right here. It also has a link to get Claude Code, which is kind of funny. And then there's also read the docs, which just takes you to the docs. So that's pretty cool. It kind of made like an advertisement for Anthropic. So as you scroll down, you'll see like there's animations about what it does. It shows you like what the agents are good for, and then it just explains the whole process to you. So I'll be showing you this more. But that's pretty cool, you know. All I did was log in, set up the effort in the model, and tell it to make this, and it did it in a few minutes. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. So this is gonna be the end of the first episode, and at the end of this video, I'm going to quickly show an image with all my socials. So this is going to be posted on my YouTube and my hamtek.dev/course website, which you're obviously watching one of those right now. So have a great day. Thank you for watching, and episode 2 will be out soon.